to Fresh Face Comics, the comic book podcast where our lifelong comic book reader guides his friends through the world of comics for the first time. My name is Joey Morgan, the aforementioned lifelong reader. With me as always is Jacob Licklider, the aforementioned newbie.
Just because you can include an acoustics cover of a song doesn't mean that you should.
I'm going to defend that song by the end of this, but we'll talk about that later. Why would Jacob be saying such a thing? Why? It is, of course, because we are talking about Supergirl 2026, directed by Craig Gillespie, my mortal enemy.
Honestly,
joining us to talk about this film is, of course, the man who was here to talk about Superman 2025 with us last year, my brother Jacob.
Hello.
Welcome back to the podcast, and welcome back to yet another bonus episode covering DCU stuff. We'd cover more DCU stuff on these bonus episodes if Jacob could just sit down and watch some fucking TV. Anyway, so
listen, you're right, but listen. Hey, we can at least say that by, I think, the end of August, early September, Jacob will be out a proper episode. Yeah. Yes.
I believe so. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Last day of August, according to my release dates.
Cool. Rad. Awesome. With that said,
I'll believe you.
you know which one you're on. But
yeah, I know which one I'm on.
It's true. But let's hop right into this. We're going to start off with a non-spoiler section first, as always. Let's just kind of open this up for general thoughts.
Should we start with everyone's familiarity with the character of Supergirl? Because I think that's important. And the familiarity with the source material, because this is directly an adaptation of Woman of Tomorrow.
I mean, this is probably the first comic book film in a ridiculously long time to be based on a very specific storyline from a comic, which is really interesting. And has it happened, since Infinity War? Maybe?
I was going to say, my brain is I don't think this has happened since Infinity War.
That's where my mind's jumping to right now, but I could be wrong. I could be forgetting something. I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, familiarity with the character. I think Jacob Licklider, let's toss it over to you first. Familiarity with Supergirl as a character.
I have actually read some Silver Age Supergirl, and I have seen the 1984 film.
And that's it.
Okay. Yeah, here's the terrible thing about Supergirl. In terms of runs, I don't think she has all that many famous runs, because she never really sustained her own book until the early 2000s. Or late 90s, because she was mainly a backup in action for a long time, and then I think she had spots in Adventure or big appearances in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen and Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, and then she dies. She dies in Crisis.
Yeah,
is replaced by Goo.
It's true. This is the thing that happens.
And then is resurrected in Infinite Crisis at some point in I know she gets resurrected at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, so that's your familiarity with the character.
Yes.
Jacob Morgan, your familiarity with the character.
So broadly, I'm aware of Supergirl's history as our other illustrious host has described it. I have read most of her DC Finest issue volume. I have not actually finished it. That's
of the Silver Age one or the Peter David one.
Silver Age one.
Yes, Silver Age. Yeah.
I've read most of that. It's very fun, very camp. I have obviously read The Death of Superman and her Goo appearance there.
We love the Goo.
That's not her. That's Goo. That is Matrix. That is a different character.
And her Goo appearance there. I have also seen the, what year was that movie? Did we just say the movie came out in?
Was it 84? Was it
84?
Yes, I've seen that, and I can also say I've seen the Supergirl TV show.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, you seen what?
Most
What
of a good chunk
the
of it, not
first
all of it,
2.5 seasons, something like that.
something
Maybe
like
three,
that.
somewhere
Yeah.
around
didn't
there.
that show
Yeah.
run for like 5 or 6 seasons? Because all of the
Six,
CW shows
six,
ran.
6 seasons because I've watched all of it.
I
Uh,
remember the short version is of the Supergirl show. I dropped off sometime just before she switched networks proper.
no, after.
Was it just after that?
Okay, you're thinking. Okay, you're confusing networks with universes because she switched networks from, was it ABC
I don't remember.
or
I can't
CBS,
tell you.
one of them, over to the
Wait, she
CW,
wasn't
because
initially a
no,
wasn't
you didn't
initially
know
a
this?
CW
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
No.
Not initially.
That's what that is why Callista Flockhart is in season one, because they had not CW money to pay her.
God.
Um, so, so yeah. So season one was I think it was either ABC or CBS, one of them. Still done by Greg Berlanti and the CW crew, but with a much bigger budget. But set in a different universe. And then like the first,
With an actual budget, with
yeah,
Yes, like an actual
here's
budget is
and then
correct.
the first 3 or 4 seasons go by. Crisis on Infinite Earths happens. They combine the two universes, and she's part of the actual CW universe. Otherwise, all the crossovers that she had with the CW universe were her going over to that universe.
It's occasionally pretty messy, but
It
fine
is.
all the
It's
same.
very messy. It's the CW. But yeah, so I've seen all that show. I love the Woman of Tomorrow miniseries. That this is heavily inspired by. I adore. I live and breathe the Supergirl New 52 run by Michael Green, Mike Johnson, Tony Bedard, a bunch of writers on that run that I really really appreciate for writing some damn good Supergirl comics. And the new Michael Green, his start on that run was essentially what made me love that character. I love. But here's my thing with Supergirl. I find her an incredibly relatable character for a variety of reasons that I'd rather not get super into, because some of them are rather personal. But I find Supergirl an incredibly relatable character. I specifically when the character was revamped for the New 52, and that characterization that has stuck around since then, into Rebirth stuff, Woman of Tomorrow, etc., and very much this as well.
Isn't there also a current Supergirl run on like an
There is,
ongoing Supergirl?
yeah, so yeah, so yes,
there's a new
Sophie
series of
Campbell.
books. I briefly considered getting it as part of the Superman family books, but I decided against it.
But yeah, no, I'm not reading that currently. But no, I love Kara. I think she's a fantastic character. I adore her very much. And this movie is messy a little bit. Well,
It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna put our foot down real quick. I can name at least at least five superhero movies that are messier and weaker than this film.
I think this is a
Like
good movie, and
I
I'm not gonna come anywhere close to calling it a bad movie. I think
I
it's,
think
you
it's
know,
decent. I think it is solid. It
It's
is
definitely
leagues
not
ahead of
bad.
Supergirl 1984. Let me tell you, because that movie,
well, yeah,
mm, that
it's
movie.
yeah. There's no
Um,
real comparison there, but
I think part of DC has been burned before by themselves. They are a company that is quick to panic, and it seems like they aren't quickly panicking about their first flop.
I wouldn't even necessarily call it a flop. Okay, sorry. Financial flop does not necessarily mean that the film itself is being even received poorly, because it's there
I,
is there is
I
a
don't. I don't want it to simplify any criticism of this movie as a bunch of misogynists, but
I
there
mean
is an
that's not
overwhelming
true.
majority of a bunch of misogynists that really just want to see
Yes,
it fail. Like
Yeah, 100%,
absolutely.
because
100%.
like what they want, people want. They're claiming they want Sydney. I can't act for shit, Sweeney.
Yeah,
Like
to play her. Yeah, just fuck that. Uh,
here's the thing: if you're going to be doing Supergirl, and you're going to be doing Supergirl in a modern setting using either the Peter David characterization from the early 2000s or the characterization they go with this, you need someone who can act, who can who, who can convey an emotion, complex
yeah,
emotion.
yeah.
Because like there's genuine attempts at complexity here, and there are things like Kara is the best thing about this movie.
Billy Alcock is unfucking believable. She is perfect as the character. I could not think of a better actress to play her at all.
No.
And she's going to be in Man of Tomorrow in a slightly larger role than she was in Superman. So
Billy Alcock is she's next fucking level.
Yeah,
she's brilliant. I think up there with a lot of my absolute favorite live action comic book castings like Charlie Cox, John Bernthal, Vincent D'Onofrio, things like that.
Honestly, the DCU is 2 for 2 for live action castings in my book. Like,
yeah.
Or I mean, no, 3 for 3. I'm counting Lex because oh my god.
I'd say 4 for 4 if we're going for like side characters that aren't main character.
Shit. Okay. I keep forgetting Guy. I'm not just remembering Superman and remembering how that movie's cast really well.
To be fair, I don't think I'm quite talking. Okay, you guys are referring to Superman and Lex, I'm assuming here.
Yes.
I when I'm talking about Billy Alcock as Supergirl, I mean there is literally nobody who has ever played the role better than her, and I don't think any other casting in the DCU has done that. There's nobody that's ever done it.
That's very possible.
That's what I mean.
Asterisk, Supergirl has only appeared in like 2 things. Other than this, like
I mean, strictly live action, but I'm counting everything in this.
Everything,
live action, animation, video games, everything. That includes Laura Bailey. Sorry, Laura, I love you. But
sorry, Laura Bailey.
Yes.
Wait, when did Laura Bailey play Supergirl?
Injustice 2. Injustice 2.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. But no, I think she. Oh, sorry. Actually, sorry. I will amend my statement. The DCU has a second all-time perfect casting, and that is also in this movie. Jason Momoa as Lobo, of course. Good God, I love him. He's so good. Truly, no one better out there.
My brother does say Aquaman in this movie is a very weird portrayal of the character. He wanted me to mention that.
Wait, okay, he said Aquaman.
Yes. Actually, as a joke.
That's great. I like that.
That's good.
That's funny. But no. Lobo. God, Momoa was fucking born to play Lobo. He's so good. He perfectly encapsulates the character. So much of what I love about Lobo and in all his edgy glory is fully on display here, and I really, really love that. But yeah, I don't know. I like the movie. I'm a big fan of it. There are a lot of things that I can't really talk about without going into specifics, and we are still in non-spoilers.
Yeah. I should also say, I have not read Woman of Tomorrow, so I'm coming at this from just the perspective of not even as an adaptation of a story. I'm very glad it seems to at least have followed the story, I believe.
It very much did. There are some deviations, mostly in the Lobo thing, because Lobo isn't part of the comic at all. But no, the Kara and Ruth very much go on the same emotional journey, and that is something we'll talk about more in spoilers. But I'll say to that point, the core of the story is kept, and that is why I thoroughly enjoyed this. Again, more things to get into in spoilers. But yeah, yes.
I was just gonna say that I'm with Jacob on this. That not read the storyline it's adapting, but I recognize a solid story structure here, obviously, and I hoped and I'm like, man, if the movie is this good, and I know it's an adaptation, I kind of do really want to read the original comic now, because I'm like, the comic has to be that strong for the adaptation to be this good.
I have it. I will lend it to you immediately. But let's get into some questions before we hop into spoilers. Over on Blue Sky, you can submit questions for any episode we do, be a bonus episode or regular episode. First off, starting with the bit, as always. First off, from our friend Kian at Kian the Quark says, "Crypto?" with a picture of Carvanista from Doctor Who Flux, who is a big old dog and a companion, as it were. He also put in alternatively Crypto? With a picture of whose dog was this from Always Sunny? The white dog. Was that
this looks like an Always Sunny thing.
This is an Always Sunny thing. Was it Mac's dog? Jacob, my brother.
Mac dog. Yep, Mac. Yep,
that's Mac's
exactly
dog.
Whose dog it is.
So funny.
The never dying dog.
Yes. Next to our friend Andrew at Andrew Doing Art submits Lobo question mark with a picture of Absalom Dak from in his appearance in was it Listen or no Time Heist from
Time Heist. Time Heist. Where I love that they just take a Steve Dillon comic panel like
insane.
Or
I
think it might be Steve Dillon on art for this panel.
Yeah. Crazy. Next up, our friend Rose Panda at Joey Can Read This says Supergirl question mark with a picture of Super Grover and then a picture of Super Grover standing next to David Corn Sweat, which I really like. I don't know when that happened, but that's really sweet. And then lastly, our friend Sean Franco at Sean Franco submits Supergirl question mark with a picture of Billy Piper as Rose Tyler at the end of Doctor Who: The Parting of the Ways, with her all glowy and super powered. Then that's it for the bit. Getting into questions, actual questions. First off from Kian. Kian says, I liked it. I do wonder if the movie, if the more valid negative comments would have happened if they didn't announce it as Woman of Tomorrow and instead said they were drawing inspiration from the original comic. I mean, there's going to be a targeted hate campaign against this movie no matter what. I think that's obviously why. That's why they.
Here's the thing. I think why
they dropped Woman of Tomorrow from the title.
Yeah. Well, I also think that this is one where a lot of the criticisms aren't in the performances of the film for me. A lot of it is in, I think,
Craig Gillespie,
there's some big director. I even think that there is a version of this script that is probably better.
I think the script is great. It's fucking Gillespie, man. That's a
lot of my problem.
Here's the thing. I feel like there's some points where some of the editing got really weird. And I'm like, I'd like to see what the original screenplay looked like, especially since this is someone who's writing other DCU projects. It's apparently writing the Titans film, I believe, which is, and also I think that the cinematography at points have a lot of issues in looking kind of samey for different locations that probably shouldn't look all that samey.
Craig Gillespie is king of that fucking MCU grayscale thing I hate. So it's just that's the reason it looks like that. He's just the wrong guy to direct this fucking thing. Again, exact same script in the hands of a different director would look way better and would have just been executed better in general. Again, overall, I like the movie. I think it could have been in much better hands at the helm, but whatever. Keen also submits
the fact that people will defend Cruella as a camp masterpiece also annoys me.
Dude, I've seen most of that movie, and I fucking despise it every time I see it. Everything I've seen from it.
Everything I've seen from it reads to me like someone took The Devil Wears Prada and doesn't understand what makes The Devil Wears Prada work.
That is an absolutely accurate read on that film.
Yeah. Keen also submits, does Jacob as the resident conservative consider this the wokest movie of the year? I mean...
Here's the thing. The wokest movie that I've...
You do have the most negative opinion on the film of the three of us. So I think you're not beating the allegations here.
That's the problem. Here's the thing. So liked the film. Should say I did enjoy the film.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, sure. If you want to talk about the wokest movie of the year that I've seen, might be The Bride, which was a mess of a film.
I gotta watch it.
Reasons.
I'm gonna love it.
Oh, you should.
I'm gonna love it. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, it's not good, but it's a fucking vibe, man.
You can say that. You can say that. What if I like it? Anyway.
You might actually.
But no. Next up, let's see. Rose Panda also submits. What are 3 things from the original comic you wish made it to the movie? That's more a spoiler discussion, and also a doubly spoiler.
No. I will say one thing because I haven't read the comic, but I've seen some of the art.
Yeah, Bill
Some of the colors might have been nice to include.
That again goes back to just the helm
Frank
of it all.
Gillespie, yeah. But no, I mean, again, that is spoiler territory and also double spoiler territory because neither of these guys have read it, so I
I
can't
haven't
really,
read the damn
I
thing.
can't, I
Yeah.
can't really answer that question on two counts. So, but Rules Panda also submits Jason Momoa makes for a better Lobo than Dwayne Johnson was for Black Adam, right? Yeah, 100%, obviously,
Yeah,
yeah,
obviously.
I
yeah,
mean, that's
definitely,
because
He
here's
also
the
didn't
thing.
try taking over DC.
yeah,
Momoa also, I'm going to get people mad at me for this. Momoa can act like Dwayne the Rock Johnson is one of those actors who just plays Dwayne the Rock Johnson in
yeah,
everything. He's
yeah.
playing himself.
I
Um,
don't think I've ever been blown away by a Dwayne the Rock Johnson performance.
he wants an Oscar so bad,
He did.
and
You
he's
know,
not.
to be fair, I have not seen the Smashing Machine, and I've heard he's very good in that. Actually,
That's
um,
the I want an Oscar, and I'm not getting
hey,
it.
let him chase an Oscar, if he wants to try. Next up, our friend Andrew submits on a scale of X-Men: The Last Stand to The Batman, where would you place Supergirl? To which our friend Sean Franco also had a very funny response of, on that scale, I'd place it at Supergirl, which
Yeah,
yes, very funny. But also to be fair, Andrew, I think there are worse comic book movies to place there as like the bottom of the barrel comic book movie. I'd say like Catwoman or Steel, something along those lines. I would say is
yeah.
worse than The Last Stand.
You want to know where I'd probably place this?
Where?
The theatrical cut of Superman 2. Like,
Interesting. I could see
I
that.
yeah. No, I like movie I enjoy. I've got some problems. Oddly enough, in both cases, problems with the director. Um,
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't ask for the director's cut because I don't like the director's cut.
no, that's the thing. I'm like, here's the thing. I have a feeling. I am I am I am very curious. I feel like James Gunn was hands off as a producer
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
because
Again, I'm glad that this is the first year we're starting to see DCU projects that are not helmed by James Gunn, and they're going to yield varying results. You know,
yes,
up until now, the universe has been very singularly James Gunn. Uh,
I think I mean I'm thinking back to like phase one of the MCU, which I wouldn't say that this is a model that the DCU is following for good reason because Marvel and DC are already very different universes. And DC has had far more film adaptations of their big names than Marvel had at the time of the MCU.
mm,
Like we don't need to start a shared universe with another Superman or a Batman
yeah,
movie.
I kind of like the idea of focusing on a super family thing and expanding out from there. Like it's why I also kind of liked the idea of including the Justice Gang characters in Superman and being like, oh yeah, here's your Green Lantern and here's and we also know now
Yeah, these.
we also know now they're doing the Mr. Terrific movie, which like you
Yeah,
know
is it a movie or
the
is it a
show.
show?
It's a show. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, they're doing that.
huh. This bit of the film
I
really
know
resonated with people.
I know people are making fun of the fact we're getting a Jimmy Olsen show, but it's like no, people fucking love Jimmy Olsen. Of course,
People,
like,
well, it's the terrible thing of people forget that before 2008, every Marvel character who was introduced in that first phase of the MCU was a fucking nobody.
yes.
Nobody knew them because if
Now
you knew Marvel, you knew Spider-Man and the X-Men, and that's probably it. Maybe
now
Fantastic Four.
now I also wouldn't be me if I didn't use this as an opportunity to say that basically Zack Snyder did the same thing by including all the heroes in Batman versus Superman to say, hey, here's a sample platter of all these heroes, and you can see them in their other movies, etc., etc. But people didn't like that because whatever.
I think some of it is because in
It's the
Batman v
approach.
Superman, a lot of those were just individual cameos, whereas Superman had it
Okay, but
integrated
I say
far
that
better
I'm
in the
I'm more
plot.
referring to I'm
that's
more
the big
referring
difference.
I'm more referring to Wonder Woman here when it comes to that film. Uh, but still, I don't know. Whatever. I love that movie. Besides the point entirely. Let's see. Next, we have a couple questions from our friend Sean Franco as well. Let's see. I'm not sure which one to start off on because he did submit quite a few. First off, I'm liking superhero stories set in space less and less, at least on the big screen. Comic movies are infrequent enough compared to actual comics, at least, that having a whole story without any Earth-based stakes slash familiarity doesn't feel worth it. Thoughts on space slash superhero stories in general. He did also attach a letterbox review screenshot saying easily the best Star Wars movie to come out in the past decade, which is quite funny. But but I don't know. I like stranger, more out there comic book movies like this. I and also I'm not sure. I'm not sure we've actually had that many that are strictly not on Earth altogether.
The ones that are coming to mind are the Guardians trilogy and
Guardians,
a decent chunk of Infinity War.
Thor
Uh,
Ragnarok, which is
Yeah.
also just Guardians light. Oh no, even that's has shit on Earth. So no,
yeah,
I don't.
here's the thing. I think this one feels a little more boring again because of the visuals. Because the visuals don't
You know what though?
always.
To the point, and this is more stuff like out of Gillespie's hands. I love this is more once again also a thing for a slightly more spoilery thing, but I'll say I really love the way that a lot of the aliens are brought to life. You can tell a lot of them are practical. The costumes are really
Yes.
cool. They feel really unique, and they feel like there's a real unique lived in world there that I really believe in when I'm watching the film. I love the bus sequence.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool. So but yeah,
Quite a
like there is a visual style to the film. It's just not a very unique one. uh, but there are things that do stand out between them.
yeah, well, I was gonna say the makeup team on this is fantastic.
God, yeah,
Costume design,
yeah,
the costume designs are really quite good.
yeah, totally.
Uh, I don't know if I like. I it's the downside of just director Craig Gillespie and cinematographer Rob Hardy made it look kind of yellow and brown, like through a lot of the movie until the very end, which
Mm,
I think was a deliberate choice. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's a deliberate choice that works for the storytelling.
yeah,
Um, like, we'll get to that in spoilers because
yeah, yeah.
I have a very specific like.
Yeah, we have a couple more questions to get through first.
Yes.
Sean also submits. I feel like I'm complaining about the movie some, but I did like following a Superman with another Superman family character instead of some other random DC person. But that leads to the question: does a DC shared universe need to start with Superman? Probably not. Probably no one thought that a Marvel shared universe needed to start with Iron Man. And look at how successful the MCU is. I think absolutely. I think starting with Superman feels right. But I don't think.
I think some of that also just comes down to DC having more iconic heroes in terms of the pop culture that have
Yeah.
had a
Well,
longer history. Like,
Yeah.
and also let's be fair. Like if you know if rights issues were different, the MCU probably could have started with a Spider-Man movie. You know, because that's their most popular hero.
that's the most
The,
popular hero.
the MCU definitely would have started with the Spider-Man movie if they could have.
Yeah,
Um,
I think you know. Starting with either Superman or Batman is a valid way to start a DC shared universe. But I wouldn't say it's impossible to start with another character. I mean, fuck, like, God, imagine if Green Lantern was successful. That was 2011. That was prime startup
they
of the
wanted to.
MCU.
No, they wanted to try
Like,
to ride
imagine
Marvel's
if
coattails. Like,
imagine if Green Lantern was the first DC shared universe movie. Like that'd be fucking crazy. But it was possible. It could have happened if Green Lantern was better. Who knows? Like,
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
yeah. I think some of it is also just again DC has characters that are more recognizable.
yeah.
I do think it's this universe has been making a really good choice. We've said it already of including more obscure characters as like important side characters in these
Yeah, yeah.
films.
I
I
mean, God, like,
also think, despite what the internet says, throwing in some random weird films before like another Batman film is actually an interesting creative choice.
yeah.
Um,
Yes.
Now some of it does definitely come from the fact that there is another wildly successful iteration of Batman out there right now that is not part of the universe. So stepping on toes is a real
yeah. I
thing, you
mean,
know.
mm,
um,
I I would love to see that folded in. It's never going to happen.
it's not gonna
Like,
happen.
Not
It's
gonna
not
not
gonna
going to
happen.
happen.
Not
happen.
gonna happen.
But
I'm
yeah,
still holding
again,
out hope that we get a Robin in that in the Batman Part Two. Um,
it's seeming less and less likely.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm very
Um,
sad. I'm very sad.
yeah. But we have one final question from Sean, which says, "At what point does are we wait? At what point does having needle drops for the sake of having needle drops? Wait, this is worded weird. Sorry. At what point does are we having needle drops for the sake of having needle drops and not and not actually enhance the movie, because the middle cover, damn, not sure it worked. Again, more conversation for spoilers, but I liked it, and I have I have a larger, slightly more nuanced take on it than I don't know. I think is being thrown towards it.
I think Craig Gillespie wants to be James Gunn. And
I think a lot of people want to be James Gunn because
I think a lot of people want that.
Yeah,
and I think James Gunn wants other people not to be James Gunn. Let James Gunn be James Gunn.
To be now, Clayface seems like a step in a not James Gunn direction, which is very exciting. But also this is a far less egregious attempt to be James Gunn than fucking Taika Waititi on the Thor films.
This is correct.
It's true.
The only difference is the only difference is Taika Waititi knows what color is. So.
Can we have poached? Well, no. Can we poach his cinematographer for Thor Ragnarok for this?
Yes. Oh my god! Please.
That would have probably bumped it up my score up at least a half star. Like but
yeah, no.
I'll say I think needle drops. I think some of it is that needle drops have to mean something, and there's a decent chunk of, especially in this film, where they don't mean as much and they don't quite connect to the characters as well as they could.
I feel like we should just hop into spoilers because I want to start on this topic because there's
okay.
I feel like,
wait, do we have another question from Sean?
I feel like this topic. It's the last one. Yeah. But I feel like talking about specific needle drops does delve into spoiler territory, and I want to talk about that without having to worry about spoiling things. So we're gonna call this our spoiler warning. Everyone's stick around for spoilers. I'm not gonna read out Fresh Face correspondence on this episode. Those are always reserved for the main episodes. So check out our Action Comics episode coming that is out already for that, and our following episode, which will already be announced by the time this is out. But Jacob doesn't know what it is.
It is very possibly. I'm actually not going to throw a dart out there right now.
I thought you were going to be ballsy with it. You were not.
I'm hoping it's something. There's something I'm really hoping for.
Well, tell me what you hope it is, and we'll see if you're right.
I hope it's Wonder Woman by Perez. I hope we're tying that knot. I've also just been longing for more George Perez art because you. What did you tease me with Perez art recently? Something. It was very brief.
I
thought there was. I just want Perez art, okay?
Perez art is always nice. But we shall see. Well, was Jacob right? You can find out by listening to the previous episode of Fresh Face Comics. I don't know. Anyway, getting into spoilers. I want to talk about spoilers. Consider this your official spoiler warning. I want to talk about needle drops. That's where I want to begin this, I guess. I liked the middle cover. I'll say that. I really loved... This goes back to my conversation
Fascinating.
About... I really enjoyed it. I think it is only soured for people by the fact that there were like fucking 10 needle drops before that. I think truly
that's interesting.
I think truly if it was only like the second or third one, maybe fourth at the most throughout the entire movie, people would not give a single fuck about it. I think
for me, and I think this is a needle drop problem in the film entirely as well.
Mm-hmm.
The choreography that they're dropped to isn't, especially on that last one, it's not in time. Like
again, I thought that was the best needle drop in the film. I really did. I'm
with Joey on this one. I think because there are a number beforehand, it's like okay, just more of this, more of what I've already seen. So
it definitely loses a lot of that. Last one loses just any impact, and I've seen people try to suggest other things to drop it. I was talking actually. My good friend Andy saw this film, and was like, "Huh, this was mediocre. Was the comic it was based on any good?" And I told him, "Well, I've seen some of the art, and it's gorgeous. And this is one of those things this is one of the few Tom King things that people praise unconditionally."
There are a lot of things. Oh, come on, be real. There are a lot of Tom King things people praise relentlessly.
No, unconditionally.
The word was unconditionally.
Okay, fine. There are three off the top of my head that nobody criticizes under any circumstances.
I said one of the few that allows for multiple.
Okay. Anyway, the three
more than three actually. Okay. A few would imply 4 to 5.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna say the three are Woman of Tomorrow, Vision, and Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, yeah, no, that's I knew 2 of those. The Vision one is the one that
his Vision one is apparently revolutionary. That's the
I
only
think
one
that's
that's
the one Ivy loves, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I've not read that one, but anyway,
so maybe I was like, hey, do yourself a favor, look up the art. It is incredibly pretty. Like you'll you'll
I'll,
want you'll want to murder the cinematographer of this film if you look up some of the art
that's
because
fair.
yeah.
But no, I thought there were a few too many needle drops in the film. I thought, however, I'm I'm pretty good at separating myself from things I didn't like to just judge like these individual things on their own, and I found myself very fucking enraptured by that sequence with the acoustic cover. I thought that was fucking fantastic. I thought it was a great representation of both Kara and Ruth's arc up to that point, especially just in the way that that arc was adapted. I thought rather well into the film itself from the original comic. Once again, I find Kara incredibly relatable, and I found myself on two occasions uh, d- damn near tearing up because I found Kara. I found the way Millie Alcock portrayed the character so so personal. There was it wasn't quite the needle drop segment, but it was the moment. I forget if it was directly before or directly after. Um, I want to say it was directly after in that final moment where she saves Ruth. I thought that was brilliant from herself. Um, and the one other needle drop that I have to praise unconditionally, and I forget what song it was now, and I feel bad for forgetting it. Is the flashback on Earth when she's there with Crypto with the iPod. I thought that was fucking brilliant. Those were, in my opinion, the only two absolutely necessary needle drops. I thought they were really well done, and again, just really complimented Millie Alcock and fucking Eve Ridley, who is also brilliant. Is so good in her first ever film role. She's so good. She's also born in 2011.
Like, yeah, like
She was
God.
also born in 2011, and that hurts me internally.
Here's the thing. My God, it's getting that performance out of a 14-year-old
She's so good.
is
She's so fucking good.
She
She's so. Oh my god.
she
She's
helps
amazing.
so easily sell what the story wants us to feel.
Yeah, I think it's a danger. Here's the thing. I'm so glad we moved away from the whole casting 30-year-olds as high schoolers thing. But with that comes the risk of casting younger actors, less experienced actors, people that maybe won't be able to portray exactly what you need from very young characters.
you need a director who knows how to work with children.
Yeah. And you know what? Fucking if that's what's helping the performance, I'll give props where props are due. Craig Gillespie really gets a great performance out of Eve Ridley. She's or maybe that's just Eve Ridley being brilliant. Again, she hasn't done any of the films, so I don't know.
No,
Time to attend.
Indeed.
She's really good.
So good.
Has to be holding a lot on her shoulders because it's a one of my big problems. One of my big problems with the film is that there's some really dark stuff in here that is unevenly weighted. Like there's an entire like with our villain, Frem of the Yellow Hills.
Who I
I mm, mm. I'm trying to figure out who to blame for why the impact of what he's doing, especially in that third act, just doesn't hit as hard as it should.
So this is my biggest criticism of the film. Actually, is Krem. This is my biggest one right here. Or sorry, second biggest, I guess, if you're just counting the overall visual style.
Here's the okay. Visually, this thing is so yellow and brown, except when we're on Krypton and Earth and the end. Thinking it's supposed to be like, oh, it's drab because Kara is depressed. The color blue exists, people.
Yes.
Matthew Lopez uses blue in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow quite a lot.
Yeah. So let me tell you guys about Krem. Krem is realistically not that changed from the comic, characterization wise.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
where the big change in Krem comes from is Krem in the comics just looks like a fucking dude. He's just a dude. He's just a
Oh,
guy.
he's just a
He's just a guy with he's a redhead. He's got a beard. He's got a sword. He I don't know. He doesn't wear a shirt. He's Krem. He's just a fucking guy. And the scary thing about Krem in the comic is that he can do all these horrible fucking things and just be a normal looking guy. And it is the horrific actions that he does that makes him scary while still looking like a just normal dude. And
it's almost
get
like it's
and
almost
then
like
we get
Tom
and then
King saying something about people
exactly.
making decisions.
Exactly.
It's
Um,
So Krem in the movie is this fucking edgelord fucker with these fucking spikes all over his face, and like it's just
the spikes look
oh my
let's
god.
be honest.
It reminds me of the fucking thing we kept talking about, Jacob, when we watched the It movies together, of just this really this fucking jumping the shark ridiculous attempt to be scary that it just ends up being funny. You're just like I'm just fucking laughing at it because I don't find Krem scary in this film.
no,
No,
again, I'm not sure if it's the performance, the makeup,
I
or just the fact that we don't like he's doing human trafficking,
yeah.
I think
and we never quite feel the weight of that, and
I-
that's a problem.
I think he doesn't feel scary because of the performance. He should look scary. He should look monstrous. As far as like the movie, no, as far as the movie wants us to believe visually.
Okay.
Like he wants to look like the visuals are trying to tell us. I think he looks monstrous, and I'm like, I don't buy it though that he's monstrous looking. He comes off comical.
Mm-hmm. He first off, he looks like a Mad Max character.
Yes.
which,
Oh my
I
god.
I thought that the whole film.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I just don't buy. I just don't buy. I feel again the scary thing about Krem as he's portrayed in the original comic. This is where the only point of the film I'm going to be a stickler for. This has to be like the comic because the thing that makes Krem scary is that he looks just like you or me, and he could be any dude on the street. And he does these awful monstrous things. And he shouldn't seem that bad when Kara first encounters him. When Kara first encounters him, it should be like, "Oh, I'm told you did all these horrible things to this girl. I don't know, fucking hand over her shit. I don't know, let her do something." Just like Kara doesn't give a shit because he doesn't look like a threat. And it is only when Krem personally threatens her and threatens Crypto that the stakes become personal.
And that's something that the movie tries to do.
Yeah, but again, when Kara can immediately tell that the guy she's looking at in the film is a bad dude,
It does not work when we frame him as evil McEvil Pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Maybe
exactly.
that's why it didn't.
Exactly
Maybe that's why the horrible things he does don't feel so horrible.
Because you know his whole deal from the second you see him. Like,
I also think that the human trafficking aspect doesn't have enough narrative weight.
Oh,
Like, it
no, it lacks narrative weight, and I
don't think it should be the focus of the movie because that would be like the second or third focus of the film. But it's like it wants to be a background element. I'm like, no, this is like its own thing.
here's the problem: is the characters who are trafficked aren't characters; they're props. They're props for the narrative, and that is just
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't mind them being more background elements. I don't
no,
think
no,
that
no.
would
But you need something to give them weight and humanity, and you're dealing. Let's be honest, you're trying to tackle a horrific subject, a really horrific subject,
yeah.
A horrific subject that very easily could tie into Kara's own personal arc of dealing with the massive survivor's guilt and everything,
Yeah.
and we aren't doing shit with it.
To that point, one thing I really loved, I loved the Krypton flashbacks. I was a big fan of those.
Oh, those are the best parts of the movie.
They were
for me.
I thought
they were brilliant.
really, really well.
They were real good.
I will say it is a little simplified for the normies. It's Kara was born 8 years after Clark was. Actually, it's not. Oh yeah, no, she was thrown into a fucking black hole and landed on the other side of the universe, etc. It's whatever.
Yeah, they also might be doing more Silver Age origin as well of just like
I mean,
because that was the
origin
Silver Age.
is also The Summer Shores is also fairly complicated. It's more complicated than this.
Here's the thing.
It's a pretty complicated origin in Silver Age. We got to give it that.
We at least do it. We give it dramatic weight. It is leagues ahead of Supergirl 1984, where there's
Supergirl 1984, my beloved, my
what the
lesbian
fuck is up with
witches,
Peter O'Toole in that movie? What is
my
he
lesbian
doing?
witches. I'm just there for the lesbian witches, man.
The lesbian witches are like the highlight of that film. We have to be honest.
Yeah, you can't discount the lesbian witches. But no, I really did love the Krypton flashbacks. I thought they were done really well. I mean, of course, I always love just seeing David Corenswet as Superman. He's so good.
I think there was just the right amount of David Corenswet as Superman.
I thought so as well.
Again, it's why I'm a little willing to give the screenwriter Anna Noguera a second chance, because
I don't think the screenplay was bad. I think you're being weird.
I have some issues with the screenplay. Again,
my
human trafficking being dropped.
The screenplay.
Yeah,
but the bigger issues are with the director, whose vision is
singular. Let's say that.
Vision is singular. I also, comparing it to some of what I like, superhero movies that stick in my mind, like the superhero movies of James Gunn, even Zack Snyder, Sam Raimi, even Richard Donner, and like Burton and Schumacher. They have a vision and a passion. I don't know if Craig Gillespie as a director. I think he's a workman in a time where being a workman director means you're kind of bland.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. I'm just not sure. What was his break? His breakout thing was I, Tonya. And to be fair, I have not seen I, Tonya. So I know that was like the thing that really put him on the radar with big Hollywood, as it were. So I don't know.
But he is also one of those directors who did the jump from TV to film in the mid 2010s, and
this is not to discount TV directors. There are some great TV directors out there that can and should absolutely be doing feature film work.
That can do both. However, television and film are different mediums. They are different mediums, different modes of storytelling.
Get you a woman who can do both, like Rachel Talalay.
Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. The king. Totally. Whatever. I can bitch about Gillespie all day. But on other things, actually no. I will say one thing. It is interesting to me because Woman of Tomorrow is a much more as a book is a much more modern take on Kara as a character, and to that point, it very much includes or at least takes into account Kara's New 52 history, and to that point, I'm interested in the fact that kind of that particular origin for her wasn't folded over into this film. I get wanting to do again a more normie simplified version of the origin, but man, I think you can say a lot more about Kara's mental state by transferring some of the ever so slightly edgier backstory things. I'll say this, because I don't think I think I may have told my brother this before, but Licklider, I'm not sure if you know this, that when Kara first lands on Earth in the New 52, and again, the more modern version of the character, similar to how she lands in the film, she can't speak English. She speaks only Kryptonian, and as such, there's a huge language barrier between Clark and her. And this kind of causes her at first to lash out, and her not knowing anyone or anything or knowing how to communicate with them causes destruction. She doesn't quite know how to utilize her new powers. There's no one to communicate and explain these things to her. And I that goes a long way to explain where this looser with the rules, edgier version of the character comes from. And I feel like maybe that could have also helped in portraying this version of Kara in the film. I could definitely see maybe that have that having helped. That's it. I do still really like the flashbacks, and I like the way they're portrayed. But I think, I don't know, maybe some small changes could have been made.
Yeah, maybe some alterations. Maybe just yeah. It's tricky. It is tricky. Here's the thing. I am glad that they at the very least attempted a direct adaptation of a story. And
Yeah, yeah, but
Yes.
also I'm glad they had the foresight to realize that if they called it Woman of Tomorrow, that it would have been torn to shreds for not being exactly Woman of Tomorrow. And so I
yes,
understand. I understand why
uh,
that was dropped from the title. That's more respect for that than fucking say Captain America: Civil War. You know,
I
but
mean, I mean, let's be honest. The adaptation of Civil War helped that movie a lot because
it's
uh,
neither again, neither are good. I don't know where you're getting this idea that one is preferable to the other. Um,
I
uh,
mean, one isn't written by Mark Millar, Joey. So
Yeah,
one,
yeah. This is true, but also I'm not. I don't ever plan on watching Captain America: Civil War just on a rainy day. You know.
Would
that
you
is
rather
also true.
would
That
you
is
rather
also true.
poison cake or poison donut?
Yes, yeah. Like I don't know.
Depends on the time of day.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
No, oh God, there's some other things I did want to praise the film for. Um,
Oh, back on Lobo in the spoiler section. I want to talk about how I really want to see R-rated Jason Momoa Lobos eventually, because man, the sequence of shots when he cuts off a dude's head and stuffs it inside a bag, the way they cut around that made me very sad, and I just want to see Lobo in all his Lobo glory someday.
That would
So
be
please,
so good.
so please, Mr. Gunn, if you can listen to me and answer my prayers, I want an R-rated Lobo anything. Show,
I can't
movie.
believe we had Bastich as a
We
line
had
of
Bastich
dialogue
multiple times.
multiple times.
Yeah, yeah,
Multiple. So
yeah.
good.
Hard to hate. Hard to hate. It's good shit.
Um,
Um,
it is. Um, it is again very funny to be watching this with my brother, who's not a comics guy, not a comics
oh yeah.
guy, has a very
uh,
specific taste.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had a jokey response to Jason Momoa playing Aquaman and Lobo. Sure, whatever. But what did he actually make of Lobo as a character? I'm curious.
Here's the thing: he thought this movie was mediocre. Um,
Ugh.
look, Jacob, he also thought Disclosure Day was outright bad. These are the
Ridiculousness,
Come on.
ridiculousness. Oh
Come
god.
on.
Okay, but again, I
um.
ask him, what does he think of Lobo?
He said, no, he generally thought Momoa was fun. Like Momoa was
Okay,
really fun, and
yeah,
that
hell
Alec,
yeah.
and that Millie Alcock was really good.
She's great.
Like, yeah,
She's unfucking
it's
believable. Oh my god.
it is. We have a problem with female-led superhero movies in the fact that
Get review bombed to
kept
hell?
they get review bombed and they don't do well. They just
Yeah.
don't. Like
The only
Captain
the only
Marvel
one
is the
the only
big
the,
exception.
no, the big exception is Wonder Woman. That did way better than Captain Marvel.
Did it really? I thought they really.
Wonder Woman, I'm pretty sure did way better than Captain Marvel. I'm pretty sure.
I,
I'll double check, but I'm pretty confident
I would
that
I would put
Wonder
money
Woman
on
was
Wonder Woman doing
a
better.
pretty big success.
I mean, Captain Marvel broke over $1 billion at the box office. Like,
Okay. Wonder Woman probably didn't do that. Wonder Woman broke. Okay, Wonder Woman hit nearly $1 billion. It was
yeah.
824 million. So,
Okay, so we have
still,
two
but again, Wonder Woman
two
was a huge
exceptions.
success. Yeah, Wonder Woman was
Two
a huge
two
success.
two exceptions. But like, I think some of it is just down to the fact that I'm not going to say review bombing anything with a non-cis white straight dude as the lead. Like, hasn't been a thing in the past. It's just only gotten worse.
It's gotten
Like,
so much worse.
It's
Actually,
it's
so
I was just,
bad.
you know what? I was just talking about this today with my brother here. I just mentioned this earlier today. I was like, you know, maybe I'm off base with this, but you know where I think this actually started, and like, not even necessarily, uh, it wasn't even necessarily unworthy of the hate, but I think a lot of this started with the Ghostbusters 2016. And I
it
think a lot of
definitely
people,
did.
I
No,
think a lot of people,
like
I think a lot of people took the wrong message from that. Like, yes, that's a bad movie. It's a very bad movie, but like,
it's
it's
a
not.
it's a hey the individual cast members of that movie are all people who can be very funny and very
Indeed.
good.
Yeah.
Like
That's that's why
these
the
are
movie
all
being
people
bad
I have
hurts.
seen in other things
The
that I
movie
like.
the movie is not bad because of them. Like it's just not. It's bad for a variety of other
It's
reasons. But like I
probably
just
more the fact that it's just a rebooting of franchise that is
but it
already kind
but
of lightning in a bottle with the first
but but it got hit with the first big push of the anti SJW crowd, I suppose. And
oh my god,
and
yeah, no, that was everywhere in
That was definitely
2016.
what happened with that for sure.
and I think it just I don't know, but I feel like a lot of this can be traced back to that shit, just like the way that
It's
affected.
definitely the first time that these people made a lot of money off of the grift. Like
Yeah,
they
oh
got that
yeah,
sweet, sweet money.
yep.
Um,
Whole Ghostbusters
honestly,
trailer is the
yeah,
most
that's
disliked trailer ever. That was like the first time that I remember that ever seeing that tossed around
the,
as
the the
a
the film press started to eat it up because of all that. Um, that's where people like Ben fucking Shapiro started to weigh in on media,
yeah,
and that started to make him money.
yep,
And failed screenwriter Ben Shapiro. Uh,
yes.
It's
um,
definitely not an axe to grind on the matter.
yeah,
no, no.
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And here's the thing, and unfortunately, like, I don't know. I don't want to be defeatist about it, but is there any way to stop it? Is there any way to have like a truly successful film like this? Like that doesn't star a fucking straight cis white dude, like in the superhero genre that can succeed in the way that something like Superman did.
Uh, I
I
think
don't
it needs
know.
to be well, I think that's more of we need a bigger cultural shift because
Yeah.
like people will give the culture war is a distraction. I'm like, yes, it is. It's also a barometer of what normal people on the street think and don't like.
Yeah,
Like these are normal people who, let's be honest, there's levels to political savviness. There are people who don't think about politics, and they make
yeah,
up a decent chunk of the United States,
Actually,
especially.
I would argue that's the majority that don't care that deeply about politics.
yeah.
Um,
It's
and
yeah.
and that normal people have been radicalized further and further to the right, especially in the last decade. Like,
Mhm.
um,
I think I think, and now at the risk of being too optimistic, I think we're starting to see perhaps a little bit of a shift in the other direction.
we might
I,
be.
I think it's too early to say for sure.
If only because, at least in America, the current right wing regime is crashing so horribly on their faces, and that's nice to see.
Gloriously, it's very
Yeah,
fun to watch.
it's
Um,
really great.
Very
Yeah,
fun.
so that's great to see. But I think we we might see the pendulum shift a little bit again. I might be too optimistic in that point, but also like I don't know. Does that affect the way that people go to the movies? Because I mean, certainly also like a big part of the failure of so many films these days is the fact that post pandemic people don't go to see a lot of movies, and it fucking
people don't go to
sucks.
the movies. People don't go
Yeah,
to the movies.
it
I
fucking
so
sucks.
I live where the big chain in our area is Marcus Theaters,
Mm.
and Greg
I've
Marcus
never
owns.
heard of Marcus Theaters. Like,
I was like, I
what
never
is
heard
Yeah,
of
this
this.
is
what is
this is like this
we
is a Wisconsin.
we have a Regal, my guy. We
Listen,
have
listen,
a
Marcus.
Festival theater. What is this?
Look, look, listen. Marcus Theaters is owned by a man called Greg Marcus, and he is like just a guy. He's a big old guy. Like here's the thing, he instead of like having like the Natalie Portman welcome to the movies ad, you have Greg Marcus introducing welcome to Marcus Theaters.
It's just him. It's just
It is this guy in different skits. Sometimes he gets sometimes he'll partner for like a specific upcoming release. Like with a guy. It is with like it's very fun.
fucking amazing. Oh wait, also did you wait? Okay, wait. So you said Natalie Portman. Did you mean Nicole Kidman?
Fuck me. Would you believe I genuinely get Natalie Portman and Nicole Kidman mixed up in my brain?
They're so different. Oh my god, what? That's
I
crazy.
know.
That's crazy. Also, there was a great parody of the AMC Nicole Kidman trailer in The Boys in the final season with Valerie Curry as
Oh my
Firecracker, and
god, that was so good.
it was so funny.
No, no, but my point is, going to the movies are expensive. It is.
I don't want to say it's
Certain,
a dying hobby.
here's the
But
thing: certain movie theater chains, certain incredibly large nationwide movie theater chains,
Mhm.
suck. I hate them. The last time I was in one was 2022 when I saw the Batman,
Are you
and
talking
that
about
was
AMC right now? I kind of hope you're talking about
yep.
AMC, right?
Oh
Yeah.
god, I
So,
hate
so
fucking
I'm thankful to have never been to an AMC, but
you
Jacob
don't
one,
need to.
but Jacob one here has been, and
Oh god, because yeah, you were in Florida. You were in
yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
AMC. I had such a bad experience at AMC. I only went twice to see films during that time period of my life.
Mm,
There's a reason why my family will now cross state lines to go to an indie theater chain, like
that's crazy.
to
See,
avoid the
uh,
AMC.
I mean, our Regal has been a reliable Regal from when I was a wee one. So
Oh my
I've
god,
been.
so long now it
Yeah,
feels.
it's always, oh my god, that place has been around for so long. But it's a good place. It's not highbrow or anything, but it's a Regal. It's whatever. I don't know. We're
It's a
getting very
chain.
we're getting
Yeah,
so ridiculously off topic. I feel like this is the end of the review.
yeah. Look, the final thoughts. I think Supergirl is. I think it's good. I think it's messy.
I
I
think
think
it's
there are
good.
problems.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did.
I think its failure is partially to blame on the culture war, partially to blame on movie theaters are fucking dying, man, and that's
um
sad.
But also, this is
Uh,
coming out while the movie is still in theaters. So, I mean, fuck,
yes,
if you haven't seen it yet and you listen to this whole thing, go check it out.
go and
I
check
think
it out.
Yes, yes,
I think
recommend
it
it
is worth
highly
your time.
still.
I think it is worth your time. I truly do. I think you should check it out. Give it some money. Let people know that you care. If you really care, even not just about the film itself, if you care about just pushing it back against this fucking anti woke bullshit, then fucking just go see it. I don't
It is
know.
a perfectly fun time. It's
Yeah,
got problems.
Go
It's a bit
go see it.
messy.
Go see it for fucking Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa, if nothing else. And
They,
and fucking Eve Ridley. They're all so good.
they're worth
Look,
your time
it's.
if for no other reason that they're worth your time.
Yeah,
I hate to
100%.
say it, it's better than a decent chunk of Marvel stuff that, like, as far as I can
Absolutely.
Oh
tell,
my
like,
god, so much better.
Absolutely. Fucking Captain America: Brave New World came out last year. Like, and I think more
the
people
MCU isn't dying. That's
and more people went to see that. What are we doing with our fucking lives? That's it for the review. Fuck this. Go see Supergirl. Go watch it when it comes out. Buy it when it comes out. Get a Blu-ray. I don't know. Fucking support physical media too. Fuck. I'm
Own
mad
your
about.
media. Own your
I'm
media.
mad. Seriously, own your media right now. My God, it
ha
is a
ha. You
scary
keep
time.
telling me to buy a PlayStation 5, Joey. That's
If
not
this
happening.
in my defense, I kept saying this before all this bullshit.
This is true. It's not
Uh,
happening now. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, I can't blame you now. I
I
can't. Here's
don't blame you
yeah.
either. I really don't.
Yeah. God, crazy. Well, anyway, support physical media, support movies, support Supergirl, support women, support people of color, support LGBTQIA plus people, support people that aren't us as well. If you're still here,
Yeah.
and support on Patreon, patreon.com/Blood Donut Studios. You get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, exclusive Star Trek commentaries, fresh face extras, bad movie commentaries, not like this movie. You can. And if you're not any of that, though there's also very much of it, there's a general support tier. It is only $1 a month. It'll get your name down below on every video we put out. People are seeing their name down there. They'll see you're a cool person. They'll want to be a cool person too. They will join the Patreon. That's exactly how it goes, because that's where fucking cool people go. God, I want to do that promotion now. Jacob, I don't know, go visit Jacob's blog. Go read his fucking reviews. Go, I don't know, check out his shit. Check
I'm doing
out
Star Trek stuff and Star Wars
yeah.
stuff. There's definitely a new Star Wars thing that's at least maybe this is coming out. We're recording this a couple weeks in advance.
Stop trying to keep a sense of normalcy. I'm mad right now, Jacob. Check out other things on the channel.
I will have just done a review of the Star Trek TNG episode First Contact.
Shut up. Other things on the channel. Check out other things. We got fucking Star Wars things, Star Trek, comic things. Check out our social media stuff. There's fucking link below in the description. Check out all that shit. I don't know, man. Kiss a man or something. Goodbye. I don't know.